why are you burning the Lav bridge then? Like, she was one of the few people to come on your show that was a lefty, and you... No way! Really?
Yeah. You know what circles these are?
Oh my god. No, hold on.
Like,
I'm not, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying the audience harassing Brittany about it. So you could not. You are freaking nuts. She has a bunch of other platforms. Tell me where in the Bible it says that you should just like stop talking to people, don't profess to sinners, don't try to be in their lives.
Hey, Tom.
Bear with us, chat.
You came at the worst time. We're in the middle of some drama.
What happened?
It's infighting. It's a civil war, Tom.
It's a civil war right now.
I love drama. What's going
drama.
on?
Love drama.
Let me hear.
There's a lot on the line.
There's a lot on the line.
What's on the line?
Oh, no, we're just fighting with Big Tech.
Are you guys on stream?
We're streaming.
What did Big Tech do this time?
So we had gotten into some like shit a few weeks back with the whole Lav stuff. And you know, he's been like a big Lav defender because he's like in love with her and stuff. So he started like coming out in defense of porn, and we had a few blow up on stream. Then recently, I've been getting like these two psychos on Cozy. I've just been like causing some problems.
Chat to talk about another thing. That's all you have to say about that.
What?
She went into his chat to talk about another thing.
All right.
And then, because that part doesn't even matter to this story.
Got you. Yeah. So yeah, we had some issues with somebody else. He decided, and then you can tell this part. How about that?
Okay, so she comes into his chat to talk about this some other completely unrelated thing. Two other chatters she's got a problem with. And he says, okay, but before you call in and we talk about that, I have to air out some major issues that I have with your show lately and what you've been up to in your content.
Oh, because you guys haven't been doing debates.
Right. And that's his big right. Well, and it's not just we haven't been doing debates and therefore like your content's degraded. He's more like your job is to benefit me, and that's the only reason you're here is to allow me access to other communities by bringing me on panels.
Hold on. Does he literally say that, or is this your interpretation of what he's saying?
No. He literally says that's why Brittany's on Cozy. And it's her job to bring him and the other streamers into contact with the other communities.
Okay, that's very different.
She's not doing that. And so she's maybe paying Nick money so she doesn't have to do that anymore. But now that's his problem with her.
So, I mean, like, I didn't even, like, see that whole thing coming. But, yeah, he was, I don't know.
So this is why I saw that clip on
Yes. Yeah, that's how it kind of started.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's where we were fighting with him at the time when that happened. Exactly. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. So mix up doing a lot of different things at one time. Right now.
Who's up doing?
I am just like doing a million different things.
But yeah, so that's the problem, I guess, insofar as I can explain it. And that's really like literally what his problem is and literally what he said. And the thing is, so there is a point in that when she was brought onto Cozy, that's what she was doing. She was doing panels and debates and stuff, and she had access to other communities, which obviously she's lost access to a lot of that just by virtue of being on Cozy.
Well, why are you burning the Lav bridge then? Like, she was one of the few people to come on your show that was a lefty, and you...
No, I don't really want her on the show, like, as that. Not when she was pushing the whole anti-porn thing, or at least I thought she was pushing anti-porn thing. That was one thing. But I can't be bringing a freaking, like, a porn star in here.
What?
Not in these communities.
No way. Really?
Yeah. You know what circles these are?
Oh my goodness.
I was getting a ton of shit for bringing her in when I believe that she was pushing a lot of this anti-porn stuff. Ugh.
Wow, you guys don't believe in like any of the Christian beliefs, do you? You guys are way out there. That's nuts. This is I don't know. I always learned that, like, yeah, we want to talk to these people. We want to get close to them. We want to have conversations with them. We want to profess to them. But these guys are that hardcore incel, eh?
No, it's just I think it's just the way she comes off is just like a really, really bad look.
Yeah,
and
of course. But she's a lefty.
Yeah.
Like
You know, especially coming on our show, where like me being a woman, like one of the only women on this platform as it is, and then inviting that in here, it's just not. It's not.
Because I mean, imagine, just think about it in terms of the attacks that would come to this channel, which is now. Hold on.
Coin sent $5. How dare you?
Thanks, Kev.
Yeah, but isn't that on her though? Like, you're saying that you couldn't do it, whereas like, no, you're not supporting porn. Her going on Brittany's show is not you supporting porn. What are you talking about? You think talking to somebody is supporting porn? I'm sorry, these people.
No, she comes in here and she's like, you know, she's got her.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that it's really just like, especially with the position that Brittany's in, she doesn't want to be the only woman streamer, you know, Beaky Bimbo stream, where she brings on a porn star for an amicable conversation about why certain companies are better than others for porn, and then, you know, plugs her OnlyFans channel in the end or whatever. The only real way that she would like want to do that is if it's a hostile environment, which Lav wouldn't want to do, because it's like these are all anti-porn people. They like bringing people on to own them. They like bringing the libtards on to own them. Hold on. And if anything, we have a problem with them.
Joshua Michael says Tom claims to be right-wing, but his politics align with Destiny's community. I don't like, maybe on other things, but not on this, dude. Not on this. Like I seriously, like my whole life, like we were taught like to profess to other people, to go talk to other people, to have as many conversations with them and be around them. My dad was literally preaching on the street like all the time as a kid. Like
Brittany's not a Christian. So when
Brittany's not a Christian, but Brittany, no, hold on. I'm not, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the audience harassing Brittany about it.
Okay.
If she's saying she can't do it because of the audience. And so I'm saying if the audience is harassing Brittany about it, then I'm going to get onto the audience for being a bunch of little pansies.
I don't think they're being pansies, but I mean, the girl comes on. She's like got like no clothes on. Ali sent, Tom, you're not a Christian. Webcam interviewing isn't evangelism. And Brittany isn't Christian. So why did you use sophistry to try and Alinsky us Christians? No big words. No big words.
Kev sent $12. Isn't the argument for deplatforming being an indirect way to support it? Yes or no, and why not?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, isn't that what do you think about like platforming people? Isn't that the whole argument that you have with us? Is like we should be deplatforming people.
But you guys don't believe in that crap. You guys don't believe in deplatforming, especially Brittany. Brittany has been hardcore against deplatforming.
We believe in deplatforming.
I don't.
No, I was about to say Brittany does not believe in deplatforming.
I don't believe in deplatforming at all. I mean,
and let me be clear because that's gonna get clipped. When I say we believe in deplatforming, I mean like we believe in deplatforming porn. I'd like to see porn deplatformed. Things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I just like, for me.
But she's not doing porn on your show though.
Practically. Somebody said that she was like masturbating on a show at one time, and I didn't believe that at first until she's like jumped right back in, and I've seen some of her behavior ever since. And yeah, I could see that happening.
You could not. You are freaking nuts. She has a bunch of other platforms.
Tom is using Alinsky. He doesn't have principles. He'll only use ours against us. Bad faith, gutter. Yeah.
You can't argue against what I'm actually saying. This is what always happens. You guys have a bunch of insults, but you can never argue against what I'm actually saying. Tell me where in the Bible it says that you should just like stop talking to people, don't profess to sinners, don't try to be in their lives. Like,
talk to her today.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying is I don't have a problem with like interacting with her at all.
But that's what no. That's what they are coming onto your show for. Why isn't that what all the other groypers are trying to do as well? If they're coming to convince you guys and your audience, why aren't you guys using the platform to try to get at them and their audience and convince them as well? That's what I did when I was a Christian and I was going on the shows.
It's what I've done every time I've interacted with you.
Personally, it's just I just don't dealing with it. I just don't feel like dealing with it.
Okay, so you're taking it off of the audience and you're saying you just choose not to do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of have just like somewhat of a respect for the kind of audience that we have. Yeah.
Kev sent $12. What I mean is, we're deplatformed, because the service doesn't want to support us. Why not use the same tactics?
I get that. You're not actually deplatforming her outside of like, she has a bunch of other platforms that are much bigger than this, right? Like her TikTok platform is massive. Then she even goes on the Destiny shows regularly.
By the way, I'm asking, like, I'm honestly curious what kind of like content she does on her TikTok.
I don't know. I've never really looked at any of her content before, but
I am curious. There's one thing that she said to me today. It's like she was telling me that she you know, she's doing educational porn and I don't know, like to women. And I don't think most of her audience is women.
Yeah, I think Brittany's just got to switch gears. She just figured out like tonight that Lav was never really anti-porn, and she hasn't still like really processed that.
No, she was. You guys yeah, she was. You guys are you guys like pushing the narrative like, oh, it was all just an ad for her OnlyFans? Well, like,
okay, explain to Tom what you told me, Miyo.
Well, yeah, she was never really against porn itself. She's against a couple of the policies of some porn companies. Like, for example, the OnlyFans has this referral system, which basically encourages the girls.
There's a panel of her actually being like against porn. Like she's on a panel actually against porn on that panel.
Can you show us that?
But real quick, she kept getting. Hold on. Listen. She kept getting destroyed on those points at the beginning of the panel. By the end of the panel, she says that she never said that and has completely changed her position by the end of the panel. So
do you have that because I have never seen this. I don't know. All I know is the narrative that she was never anti-porn. She was like always pro-porn, just only a certain kind.
So if I remember correctly, I believe this is a Chud Logic panel with Genevieve.
The first panel that she was ever on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the first. It was maybe I think it was the first as well. But there was another one with. So I didn't find this until recently. The other ones. So there was one where like it was Chud Logic, I think Destiny and Mr. Girl. They all start off on stream, and then over time they keep pulling more and more people on, and Lav just happens to be one of those people. Now there was another one that I didn't really watch much of, but Chud Logic had a porn panel where it was all sex workers, and they were all, and he brought on people like Lav who were completely against sex work, it seemed like, in that, but I didn't watch the whole thing. So
because I haven't seen her ever be against sex work. I've only seen her talk about a couple of things. Like,
did you see either one of those panels?
No, I didn't see either one of those.
Okay, but
that's what she's saying, and that's what Big Tech is saying, and that's the narrative. So Brittany jumped on and talked to Lav tonight on Destiny's stream, and then Lav basically ran with this whole narrative this whole time that she was never anti-porn. And so nothing she's doing is hypocritical.
Yeah.
And Brittany couldn't nail her down on what's hypocritical that she's doing because she was lying, I guess.
Well, yeah, she was. And I don't study the girl's content enough to like have, the exact specifics of what she said when she said it and stuff.
Brittany sent $12.
Oh my gosh.
Ali Alexander says you have erectile dysfunction.
Oh jeez.
He would know. I was stuck it in his butt last night.
Whoa.
Oh, this is a Christian platform.
The porn to gay pipeline is real.
My bad. I stuck it in his mom's butt last night.
Stop it.
Makes me much better.
That's not better?
But
I thought I was helping.
We're going into the lines here again.
Yeah, right.
We are going into the lines. So if this like
why does it keep doing?
Yeah, this
This is like
tilting a lot more because now I'm like the girl was gaslighting me.
Yeah, if you're
Hold
you
on.
need to learn the lore here. We need these two panels.
Yeah, we need to watch that panel, Miyo.
Because right now, like Big Tech is making fun of her because she couldn't nail Lav down on what she was being hypocritical about because she didn't have examples, and Lav was lying, saying she was never anti-porn.
Yeah,
she only
I
had a
remember.
couple problems.
I know she said that, but
Like
I've heard her say that a couple of times.
Donald Trump for president in 2024. Pause. Wait. No, don't clip that. That's funny. I do actually.
And really, this is the only reason why Big Tech is like pissed at Brittany is because, and me, I guess. Well, he has bigger, deeper problems with me, but especially Brittany. The only issue is this Lav thing. He really likes Lav, and I mean, he was calling her like beautiful and perfect and an angel and stuff, and
he said that.
he really likes her, and Brittany is attacking her. And Brittany called him a simp for it, and now he's just like been raging out for a week nonstop, stream sniping her content, reacting to her content, talking shit, trying to call into our show and start fights.
He says that I'm going after her because I'm jealous because she's younger and hotter.
That's the issue, right? And it's like in doing so, you're defending this Jewish whore with the Baphomet tattooed on her chest. In an upside down pentagram, dude.
And porn. He was defending it. Like the thing is,
what he says about her is, well, we all have our cringe tattoos here and there. Am I right, guys? That's literally what he said about that. Mm-hmm. We all have cringe tattoos, right? And does anybody here have a Baphomet, a demon tattoo, the mark of the beast? Does anybody have the mark of demons on her? Are they?
So I mean, I don't know. Yeah. It seems like to a point he has a point. Like you guys were welcomed into the community because it looked like you had
I didn't mean to say that.
A very specific type of platform, and then over time you change what that platform is, what that content is. But when you do that, you're also now giving Nick a ton of money that nobody else is giving him, at least not like that. And so it seems like what gave you value to everybody else in the community is gone, but you're making up for it with money. And to him, he's part of the community, so he would be upset about that value leaving because he doesn't get the $1,000, right?
Well, and it's ultimately like he wants us to do what's best for him instead of what's best for us and Nick.
So are you guys making more money and getting more views off of drama content, or do you just not have good enough people to come on?
I mean, we're not even always doing drama content. We'll do it here and there when there's drama and stuff. But a lot of the times, Miyo and I were just like watching things, we're listening to music, we're reviewing different content, we're doing some Omegle. We'll just do our own thing, and that's like that's what's different. Is this Omegle? How much to?
But yeah, and we do stuff like, talk to you or Stardust or whatever, and we get into fights and whatever. And, we made a bunch of money when we were arguing with Stardust, and we made a bunch of money when we're arguing with you. So we do make money when we're doing that. Those are some of our best nights. We just there's a couple issues with that, which is like, one, it's like for Beaky, it's a lot of extra scheduling and planning and working with people and networking. And then two, it's like she's lost a lot of connections that, it's like especially like when I first came on to here, it was like this was a much more toxic arena with the Kiwi Farm stuff happening, people getting swatted.
I know I've had to give her a whole lot of I told you so's about all of this.
A lot of the stuff also that we were doing right before we came on here was a lot of like Wignats versus Groiper stuff, which is great content. It's really good content, but they don't really want like Wignats on here. So there's a lot of people that like I'm not bringing on and stuff because of the platform that we're on.
And stuff that we would have been doing, because when they're like, well, we missed the panels and debates that the Groiper generals used to go on, they mean versus the Wignats that were on Politically Provoked.
Yeah. It was mostly like, we'd have lefties here and there, but for a long time it was a lot of the Wignats and stuff. And that was like one of the things like Nick.
That's what was happening when she was brought on to Coco. So insofar as you're mad that utility is lost, like don't take that up with her.
Yeah. So like, so we just kind of, we've just kind of switched to our own thing. And then also the fact that there was a lot of drama when we came on here. And
But you can do it like once a week. Like, weren't you doing it just like on Saturdays for a while?
yeah, I was. And we'll bring it.
It's like the last like maybe 2 Saturdays we haven't done it.
It's been like probably like a month or something.
I like going on. I like going on. Hold on.
Though, man.
Hold on. I like going on Saturdays because it is. I enjoy it because it is mostly all right wingers and it's people that I can like focus on in one group. I like going on to like prime panels when it's literally all left wingers, and then I get to debate all of them on like very specific issues as well. So
you're never around. If you're around on Saturdays, like let me know.
We'll do it, yeah. Because a lot of the time if we're gonna do a panel, what happens is a bunch of Roypers jump in the room, and then no lefties come, and then it's like they're all kind of circle jerking, and it's not good content. Compared to arguing with somebody from the outside.
Granted, I haven't really like made an effort to bring people on, and I could, but it's just like I don't know. Haven't been.
She just hasn't wanted to lately, and it's her right to do that. Like that's the thing is.
What a feminist.
Well, it's not really feminism. It's just that she's got a channel.
You're saying the woman is in charge. You're saying the woman is in charge, and what she says goes.
I'm allowing her. I'm saying I'm allowing it.
There you go. Good save. Good save.
I'm glad she allows you to make yourself feel better like that. That's great.
Wow.
I appreciate that, Brittany.
Well, I gotta be like that. We're going through a rough couple days. We gotta be like that.
Sorry if I touched on a tough spot.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but
well, let's get Big Tech on here. Let's hash this out, man. Where is he? Let's hash this out.
Maybe she's for a $500 goal.
Yeah, we don't really want to talk to him. Like, I'm actually like a little like pretty annoyed. I thought like
the problem is he's ankle biting right now, trying to like stir shit up with us because that's the only time he makes money and gets views.
Well,
so he wants to argue with us more than anything, and we want to be left alone.
You already misrepresented a bit by saying that he says that like you have to do what he wants or what's valuable to him, when really he was talking about the community, saying that like people want to come on, people want to be able to do this.
I said, so what's good for as long as it's good for you, then you're satisfied or something like that. I would have to look at the exact quote, but he did say like, yeah, if it's good for him, like he wants things to help him. I mean, he said both though, but yeah, he said for him.
So let's get a Big Tech viewer in here. Let's get some representation for Big Tech. Okay. I want to hear the other side of this story.
Oh, Big Tech simp?
Yes.
We could talk to a Big Tech. Yeah, let's just.
We're good. We don't need.
We need one.
We don't need a simp.
We need one. We need some representation in here. I want to get the full story. I don't know. See, you guys are being a little evasive now. See, I feel like there's a lot more to this that I
there's not.
And now you guys are so afraid.
We're happy to clear the air. We're just saying our piece because he said his piece. And so now this is where we get to say our piece.
Personally, I thought like we had kind of somewhat squashed it a bit. Like maybe
I thought it was settled. I thought it was like, okay.
I thought it was like he even said like at the end, and I saw him when I went on Ralph's the other night. And we were kind of like, joking around with each other at that point. And then I tune in and he's got this like really vicious attacking against me. So
Ralph or
mad.
Big Tech?
He's either mad or he wants the drama views. I don't know which one it is. Could be both.
It is both.
Yeah,
he does this thing where he's actually really mad, like seething on, like boiling under the surface, but he tries to play it off as like a bit or like, oh, I was just being playful again, because that's the only way that he can sort of get around being caught out as like mad online, like actually raging. Because he has raged out at me. The other night, he was like screaming the N-word at me.
Yeah, and you guys get perma-banned if you are saying to go into other
places.
So hope
Ali,
that was worth.
You can't be in the chat talking crap, bro. They ended the panels because it would just be you sitting up there just rambling forever.
That's a different Ali. It's a different Ali.
Oh, that's a different Ali. What Ali is this?
Jamal. This is Ali Alexander, the guy who like.
How does the Groiper channel have so many people named Ali in the chat? That is.
Oh, we got a super chat. Hold on.
He's our guy. That's why. This is the guy who.
Apologies, Ali.
Apologies. What?
Did you hear me, Tom? This is the guy who did Stop the Steal.
He did Stop the Steal.
Yeah, look him up. Google him.
What? That's not a good thing. That's not something to be proud of.
Dollars rip Migo.
Okay.
It's not a good thing.
I promise I'll play all the media after. Miyo, make sure you remind me, okay?
All right, I will.
Yeah.
Why would you be proud that you
good
soyed out over nothing? Like what?
He's a real, true American patrioot.
Oh, that's what it is.
The real president.
Okay.
Yeah, freaking.
The best thing in 100 years.
Crazy. Crazy stuff happening. I tell ya. Let me fix this. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it went from like whatever drama that was kind of we were all joking around a bit, but not.
It started. So here's the thing. This is this night that we're covering, where it started with. We're just making fun of Lav because we just found out she just went back to doing porn and it's silly. And we're making fun of her. We're just making fun of the whore for going back to being a whore and it's hypocritical, whatever. Big Tech jumps in and inserts himself to defend her seriously and wants to have like a serious discussion when we're in the middle of laughing at this whore. And he's like, starts going into, well, no, it's artful expression of her body and like it's not the same and she's a beautiful, perfect, angel, and I would be doing it too if I was her. Actually, I would be a whore too if I was a girl, if I was a beautiful angel like her. And so we're calling him a simp for this.
Kev Coin sent $5. Tom, what's your mile time? Deadlift? Squat?
I don't remember my deadlift. I haven't lifted in forever though, so I have no idea. My best mile time was 5 flat. I set the record for my middle school, but I don't really lift. I'm just naturally massive.
He's not.
Okay, so he inserts himself into this conversation. She's just, well, it's art, and she's a perfect angel, and I would be doing me a whore too if I was her. And so we're calling him a simp, like joking around. And the next day, he makes, and I guess he talked about this before, so I guess it's, not outing anything if I do. He opens up a DM chat with me and Brittany, and he starts writing us like essays about how what we did was so wrong, and we wronged him, and we disrespected him, and we can't disrespect him on stream like that, especially me because I don't have the clout, and I'm not a real cozy streamer like he is, and
well, you're not a groiper,
really
right?
Mad. Huh?
You're not a groiper, right?
Well, I guess that's a highly contested issue, isn't it?
I thought you told me that you weren't a groiper. You said there had been some drama, and you're like, I don't know if I'm a
groiper. I don't know if I'm allowed to be a groiper. I support Nick. I support America first.
So are you? Because we've had a bit of a change as to what the word groiper means. So like because lots of people.
Yeah, but we weren't talking about groipers. He was just talking about like whether I'm a cozy streamer or not officially.
Okay, because I mean,
cozy streamers that aren't groipers, right?
There
like
are,
Brittany.
But they stream on other platforms as well, right?
Well, no, like Brittany's not a groiper, and she's a cozy streamer.
True.
But she also streams on other platforms, right?
Well, everybody streams multi-streams.
Do they?
Well, I think like everybody that can.
Okay.
It's just the smart business play.
You spent $5. Bring me in him and waiting. I wanna argue.
Mega King Pain Boo. I think I've seen your name recently somewhere.
Yeah, he wants to be a big tech defender.
Let's go. Let's go.
Guy has like the worst speaking voice ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's got like terrible content voice. Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Are you the champion for big tech?
Yes.
Awesome. So is there some misinformation here?
Well, I like Big Tech. He's playing Doom right now, and I love Doom because it's one of my favorite games.
Dope. That's what's up. Are they leading me on here? Are they wrong about some of the stuff he's saying?
I don't know why they're fighting because I thought they were friends. I like Brittany.
We thought so too, man. We thought so too.
See,
I like Brittany and I like Big Tech and I like both of them. So I don't want anyone to fight.
awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to tell us that. That's
Well, I wanted to see why you guys are angry.
We're not angry. He's mad.
Yeah, I
So,
think he's talking.
he's not. So you guys aren't mad and he's mad.
Yeah,
we just
pretty much.
the second that we're reacting to what he was doing to us. I didn't plan on doing anything about him. We didn't talk about him yesterday either.
I think he's saying
Yesterday.
that you were angry at him,
Yeah.
and now he's angry at you.
He just went live to talk more shit about us.
Did you guys? Yeah, let's get him on here. Where is he?
I'm good.
Let's not say we did.
Why? Why?
Because we don't
Why
need
don't you
to.
guys let me hear the truth?
Why don't you let me hear the truth? He said.
The
Well, I
truth.
remember
Well, you're not
I
going
was
to
in
hear
Big
it
Tech's
there.
chat, and
You're
then
not
Brittany
gonna
came
hear it
in, and
there.
she was mad, and then he brought her on, and then he was saying that like he wanted you to do more panels with people, and then you got mad, and then you left, and you're mad.
All right,
And then
chat.
you-
Well, all right. Well, here's what it is, I guess. Chat, you know the drill. You know the drill. If you want to bring Big Tech in, what do?
The Kipster sent $5. Tom, you don't know Ali. He was alleged to sex young conservative activists and asked
All
Lynn.
right, all right.
Yeah, we're not doing all that.
So I like Big Tech. I don't know why you're fighting. I think that he's cool and he's playing Doom. And then I've been trying to get someone on Cozy to play Doom for like since Cozy first started, and he's the first person to finally do it.
Yeah.
I like Big Tech a lot.
Why doesn't Brittany play Doom?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. She likes video games.
I
She
don't.
wouldn't be good at it.
I wouldn't.
But he wants you to play
But
Doom.
I mean, if Big Tech is mad at you for some reason, then I would try to figure out why.
That's a good idea.
But you know, I don't really understand. I think that Lav, whoever this Lav person is, sounds like she needs Jesus.
See? Told you guys.
But
Thanks, Tom.
but other than that, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want anyone to be mad at me. Someone was asking to come on and give Big Tech's side, so I was like, all right, I'll come on.
Well, I
Oh,
appreciate
thanks,
that,
man. That was a good illustration.
good Samaritan.
We've learned a lot.
We did.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hey, thanks for the support, man. You're a good guy. Sound like
Thank you. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you. Bye.
Later. Just to be clear, he said that he came on to give Big Tech's side, but he came on to ask what Big Tech's side was and then what your side was. Just to be clear.
yeah. He was just trying to everyone to get along.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Brittany's very serious about platforming misinformation, so we gotta.
So
That's right.
there's gonna be like little.
All right, chat. Well, if we want to fight with Big Tech again, we have to hit the goal. Them's the rules. You know the drill, chat.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
He loves that one. He loves that one.
Yeah, it's like the never-ending Big Tech saga. Man, the Forgotten American. Why are you even in my chat? I already saw. You said you unfollowed. Why are you here, buddy?
And we weren't being mean to King Bamboo. He was nice.
Yeah, no, we're cool with him. We're cool with him. I just think your voice is not that great.
Who's in chat?
but it's just not the best content, boys.
Plenty of people in chat. We're just talking to them.
I thought you said somebody was in chat that was banned.
Oh, no. Somebody's in chat that also remember Britt actively endorses Democrats right now in office. Who? What are you talking about? Which
Well, Pete
Democrat?
Buttigieg is still a governor somewhere, right?
Yeah, I like him, but
Or mayor.
but I don't think I would vote for him over Trump at this point. But I do like Pete, yeah. What else you got? What else you got, buddy?
Why do you like Trump?
Huh?
Why do you like Trump?
I kind of miss the content, to be honest.
True, dude. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that Elon is bringing him back to Twitter, dude.
Politics interesting. I'm sorry, but he made politics interesting, and it's so boring now. But
Of course, a
honest and
Jewish
fair.
woman would feel that way. She doesn't need any legislative changes to help her out. You know, all the people who are struggling, they're worried about which president's going to get elected. But Brittany's like, I need content.
you know, the only thing I actually care about is
Hey, it's good business.
the only thing I do care about is white replacement. So if he's going to be actually do something on immigration, then that's good. But I do miss the content.
He didn't
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
last time, so I don't know why you would this time.
Yeah, I don't know, but nobody else is. So,
Biden's setting records in deportation.
but no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
You're lying.
Nope, not lying. So if you listen to any of the Republicans, they keep crying, saying that there's like this massive wave of immigrants coming over the border. They don't tell you that they get deported immediately after. So there's a record for deportation so far. I actually linked back to find out how they knew that there was a record number of immigrants coming over the border. I kept trying to find out, where is this information coming from? It links back to stats saying that we have a record amount of deportations. So they automatically just link that to a record amount of people coming over the border.
Well, yeah, but they're not catching them all.
Yeah, of course not.
So we need to build a wall. You see, it rhymes.
Tom, is it true that Destiny raped you? Is that why you sound traumatized all the time? Yes.
Oh, this is true. No, say it ain't so.
I put out that twit longer a while ago.
Ali says it's a lie. I believe Ali over you.
Yeah, Ollie's the stop the steal guy. Well done, Ollie.
He knows all about your lies on immigration.
Yeah. He sounds
You know,
like
pictures of this
sounds
man
like a
with
real
Trump.
smart guy.
This man has met the president, the real president.
Yeah. Yeah, let big tech in. Let's go.
Wouldn't let me in when
Let's
we hit
go.
the goal. You know the rules. Hey, everybody in big text chat.
Yeah.
Go ahead if you want the content, you have to hit the goal.
What's the goal?
That's what we're doing. Otherwise, it's just a counter shit talking stream. You know what's one of the
Are you
craziest,
get-
the
are you
wildest
talking
things that
about a
Big Tech
tip
said the
goal?
other night?
Are you talking about
What?
it? Are you talking about a tip goal?
Uh-huh.
This is messed up. Let him speak. I need to hear the truth here, okay? I need to hear the truth of the matter.
But you're not going to hear it from him.
I need to hear it from him.
I'm telling you the truth. Well, you can hear it from the horse's mouth. We can play the clip on what he said. One of the wildest things that I think he said is he said that she's a beautiful, perfect angel. And he said that when she has a demon tattoo on her, the mark of a demon, he says, well, we all have cringe tattoos, right? And then he talks about her porn, and he's like, well, it's artful expression. It's artful. What is the word he used?
Well,
Artful representation of a woman's nude body. That's what he says.
I'm gonna give
Artful
Ali this much. He is correct. Work visa overstays are by far the biggest reason we have more immigrants. It's not people crossing the border. That's why it's so weird that like Fox does this all the time, where they make up a story about like so many immigrants coming over the border, and it's not even like near what we get in work visas.
Tom, you're not allowed to question numbers and say they're exaggerated, don't you know?
I was agreeing with Ali. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
That's funny though.
That's not funny.
That's Big Tech
stupid.
says Mio's scared again. I'm not scared.
You are
like I
scared.
said, we're willing to talk. We're willing to talk. It's just chat's got to hit the goal first.
No. Let's bring him in. Come on. Y'all quit.
We're not scared. We're not scared. We're just vibing. We can.
If you're scared,
play the clip until the goals hit.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, Tom, I know with the position that you're in, I get why that's what you want because that's the better content for you.
I am not worried about content.
It's what Big Tech wants because that's the only time he makes money or gets views is when he's talking shit about us.
And
that's why he keeps doing it.
For the truth.
And he's pissed at Brittany. And I am totally willing to get to the bottom of all of it as long as I'm also benefiting somehow from the situation. I don't benefit from pulling my hair out, arguing with a porn defender who says it's artful representation of a woman's nude body. I don't get off on that. I don't need to do that. We can just do a fun react stream, chill, hang out with Tom. But I will if you hit the gold, chat. I'm willing to. I'm open to it. There's nothing that's stopping me if you hit the goal. But, Big Tech wins in this situation. The chat wins in the situation. Tom wins in the situation. I got to win in the situation, too. Because he has way more incentive to want to talk to us than for us to want to talk to him. Because he's the one with a bone to pick, apparently.
True.
So there you go, chat. Them's the rules.
I don't know. You guys didn't make me fill up the bar to come on. I don't see why.
Of course not, because you're a friend, Tom. You're a friend. Big Tech said we're not friends anymore.
What? See, this is what I'm talking about. We got to bring him on. We got to mend this.
Yeah, but that's the rule for non-friends, is we have to hit the goal first.
Mm-hmm.
That's messed up, guys.
I guess if he wanted to remain a friend, he could have not said a lot of things that he said.
True.
But he doesn't want to be a friend anymore, I guess. He wants to be something else now.
Talk to us in private. Holy shit.
Tom,
He did before.
on Big
What
Tech.
the fuck, Tom?
Tom, are you fucking serious?
Let's go.
Are
Let's
you
go.
fucking serious?
Let's go. Hit the goal. Let's go.
Tom, are you kidding me?
Let's go.
All right.
Bring him in.
All right, we gotta give Tom that one.
$5 Neo is a yellow
That's
belly
funny.
feigning indifference, blackmailing the chat to make the content you should be making naturally.
I don't need to be making this natural. I don't need to be arguing with Big Tech naturally. I don't need to be doing that. What do you mean? We can do anything in the world. We could turn on.
Did Tom just
Practical
pay
Jokers
to
right
hit the
now, and
goal?
You couldn't stop
You
us.
did.
Oh man,
I did.
I was just about to leave anyway. Well,
Well,
maybe
welcome
Tom's
to
got
Politically
it like that.
Tom does not have it like that.
I have
Tom,
one
Why'd you do that then?
Tom wants to
Are
hear
you-
the truth.
Oh jeez. All right. Well, what
One
do you want to hear?
question, opening out. One question. Are you provoked?
That's the question.
Yeah, I want to. So, do you really think that Lav is a beautiful princess artist for doing porn?
No. Mia's referencing like a. I see.
And why'd you say that?
Was there a super chat coming through?
No, you're fine.
So
Oh.
he's referencing
no.
what?
No, he's referencing some conversation we had weeks ago when this was a fresh issue, and they were throwing all sorts of shit at me, and I was throwing shit back, and it was just like in a shit slinging like bullshit conversation. This is not my stance, and this is why I call Miyo Bad Faith Miyo. This is his new name, BFM.
So were you lying?
Because
then, or
what
are you
he
lying
does-
now?
What he does is he will put words in your mouth you didn't say, and then
Yeah.
say that you said that.
Yeah.
And then he'll say that this is what you meant because of he'll rephrase what you said, or he'll say something that you said and take it out of context and
See,
make
that's
that
why I need
the
you
real
here.
meaning of what you said. And then he'll argue against that over and over, and then laugh at you over and over as you like just sort of like in vain, you grasp at straws.
So
he's like a phantom.
Tell me this: did you already tell him that you didn't really like?
And by the
believe
way,
that?
Real quick. Speaking of what they just said right before I came in, I could have just talked to them in private. I did talk to you in private, and you made fun of me for that too, Miyo. We have a wall of text exchange between us, which was mostly me explaining in detail exactly what I was actually saying. And it ended with me saying, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to drop it. This is going nowhere. Because it did, because you kept going back and putting words in my mouth that I wasn't saying. As if I didn't just spend time clarifying it, and I have it. It's all in the text.
Talking about though, you had new complaints that like completely threw us off guard. So that was.
But you said you didn't say certain things. You in fact bet me $500 that you didn't say that her nude photos were artful expression representation of a woman's body.
Is that what I bet you $500 on? Okay, pull up the clip of what I bet you $500 on before I trust anything that you say that I said, all right? Pull up that clip and then we'll go from there. But you don't have the right with me to say what I said ever again because you're just like a spinning liar.
Okay, well, you tell me what you bet me. You put $500 on the line.
It was last night. I don't remember. Pull it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
then
I'm not going to have you tell me the next day when you didn't take me up on the bet. I'm not going to have you the next day tell me what I bet you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But so why?
It doesn't matter.
Why did you say that her naked pictures are artful representation?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. See, you're saying what I said again.
No, but that's literally what you said. We have the clip.
It's not okay.
Now.
Pull up the clip, and you're gonna hear that.
Artful representation of a woman's nude body. No, that's the exact verbatim clip.
Pull up the clip if you have it.
Get back. She's not in her chair right now, but we have it. We have it. That's what we're.
I remember saying that it's an old tradition to have the artful representation of a nude female body represented in art. I was speaking in general, and that is a fact. I didn't say that
specifically about her Halloween photo with her titties out. That was so perfect and cute, like you said.
Did I say it real serious? Miyo?
Oh no, it was ironic simping.
So, Big Tech,
are you being sarcastic or are you being serious?
It's
right
ironic.
Now?
Hold on. Because Big Tech, you're saying that you were being sarcastic before, right, Big Tech? Like, that's what you're saying, is that you don't actually mean those things, and you expect him to know that you don't mean those things.
And he does know. That's the thing. He absolutely knows. This is why he's a bad faith liar. Because now
why would you say that? Why would you say that it's artful expression of a nude woman's body when she has her tits out and she's selling porn?
Why would Nick say that he's Hitler 2, 3, and 4? It's a type of it's called what's it called? It's called
sarcasm.
It's called overstatement. It's like a form of humor. It's where you say the thing bigger than it actually is. It's hyperbole. Yeah, we do this all the time.
Irony.
But it's irony. And then but it's only when you're in this position where you're like trapped in a corner and I've blown you out on the subject, then you start pretending that the things that I said in jest, I meant them, and you keep putting them in my mouth. Now that's actually provocative. That's actually quite frustrating, and it makes me think that you're a low integrity individual.
You can pretend like, well, I was just joking or whatever, but we have the clip right here. You were mad and you were trying to explain yourself and you were trying to defend this porn girl and her porn. And you said if you were the beautiful, perfect angel like her, that you would be doing porn too. So what does that say about your character?
Okay, so let's go and hear how serious I was when I said that, when you play the clip. Everybody, let's listen for the seriousness in Big Tech.
I would like to hear the seriousness of this clip, actually.
Yeah. I guess let's start playing it.
Find it because I don't remember the exact timestamp. We were gonna
nature of the porn industry, meaning all three of you are pretending that she's not making a different argument, and you're arguing against something that she's not saying.
I'm just glad that, like you said, I'm glad she got out of the porn industry, and now she's instead doing it on Patreon instead, because that's a huge moral victory.
So glad, passive aggressive sarcasm, so funny. The point is that this black bitch, Carrie, this old 30-year-old roasty black bitch.
Wow.
Cherry.
Yeah, I'm being real serious.
So black, by the way.
She's barely. Hold on, it's a little further. Issue, and then just completely flipped on it. It's like, what the fuck? Well, like, it just makes everybody look stupid that it even had her back. Everybody in the chat, when I brought her on the first time, was like, "You're an idiot, Brittany. Like, why are you bringing on this whore? This whore." I'm like, "She's an ex-OnlyFans girl. This is like somebody that like you should be pushing because she's gonna talk about how
Brittany,
bad."
They say that about literally everybody. What the hell are you talking about, dude? They get upset about having me on here as well.
Yeah, but you have
Very upsetting.
How bad this is to get out and like why all these things are wrong, and then she goes around and does this, and it's like it makes you look stupid.
She's still talking about it.
No, she's not.
Whereas Brittany is
she
away from
is.
starting 3 on Lavender.
I know it's like people should use Patreon for instead of OnlyFans. That's it.
Look. Okay, first of all,
it's coming
let's
up, I
settle
think.
down a little bit and let's not
Lower the temperature.
Let's not pretend that all nudity is the same as all pornography. Let's not do that either.
Oh,
Let's be careful.
Here we go. Okay.
Because
you
anal
see her
rape
pin tweet?
porn is not the same as a woman posting a nude
so we're making
topless
loopholes now.
photo of herself.
It's not
on
really that
Patreon.
bad, right? It's not really that bad.
No, look, you see what
maybe
you're
a
going to
little
try to
bit
do?
bad.
See what you're going to try
See,
to
look what he's doing.
do?
What was her pin tweet? Like she's not even doing. She's doing this for free too on Twitter. Well, what's her pin tweet? Exactly.
Yeah, well, women
What is
have
it?
sex
Tell-
for free
what-
too. By
what-
the way,
what-
you know
what
that?
is
Did
the
you know that? Did you
picture?
know they have sex for free?
What's the picture of
So
her?
women-
No, what's the picture?
Yeah,
what
she
is
did
it?
a Halloween photo of her with blood on all over her titties.
All naked on her Twitter with blood all over her,
Yep.
and this is your
Yep.
queen
Okay, so the image of a nude woman, by the
with
way,
blood all
artistically
over her, and she has
expressed,
Satan
is
tattoos
basically
on
an
her,
Aryan
man.
Tradition. Hello.
That's hard.
Hey,
So it's
See, that's what I said.
I'm going to reply.
Aryan tradition.
Artistic.
Porn is Aryan tradition, by the way.
You're talking over it. It was just
Bruh.
say it.
My bad.
Women
What
have
is it?
sex
Tell-
for free
what-
too, by
what-
the way.
what-
You know
what
that?
is
Did
the
you know that? Did you know
picture?
they have sex for free?
What's the picture of
So
her?
women-
No, what's the picture?
Yeah,
What
she
is
did
it?
a Halloween photo of her with blood on all over her titties.
All naked on her Twitter with blood all over her,
Yep.
and this is your
Yep.
queen
Okay, so the image of a nude woman, by the
with
way,
blood all
artistically
over her, and she has
expressed,
Satan
is
tattoos
basically
on
an
her,
Aryan
man.
Tradition. Hello.
So that's hard.
Hey,
So is that a joke or not?
second, I'm going to reply.
All right, that was it.
Is that a
We
joke
heard
or
it
not?
twice. So did I say that she is just doing art?
Is it a joke
What
or
I
is it
said-
serious?
Wait,
What I
Mio, what he
said-
said there was different than what you said he said.
Yes, thank you, Tom.
We're talking about
Exactly.
specifically the photo, which is where she's naked with her tits out with the Satan tattoo, and he goes into the artistic representation of a nude woman's body being traditional Aryan tradition or art or something. And that's
Yeah.
so he's likening it to that. That's what he's saying it is.
No, what I'm saying in context of that conversation, what I said right before that is that you have to acknowledge the difference between anal rape porn and a girl posting her titties in a provocative, in not even like in a pose, like in an artistic, like in a setting where she put a costume on herself
So
and she
she's one of
set
the
up
good ones.
lighting
Today she
and she
was
did a
still doing
pose
stuff, by the
for
way.
a nude photo. That's
She's one
different
of the
than.
good ones.
She said today
See,
she would still
see-
do ass stuff.
So wait,
Look,
hold
could you
on,
just-
hold on.
Can I finish speaking before you just
Go ahead.
start saying something completely different?
Okay, so what's the difference then?
Different.
I was saying you have to acknowledge the difference on the spectrum and the scale of how, like, the anal rape porn is. Yes, it is worse than a girl posting her breasts on Twitter
Okay, I need to
in an
understand real quick.
artistic pose.
What does
yes,
that?
it's worse.
What does that mean though? Like on the scale of like worse, does that mean like that it's just not like it's okay to do that, or it just means
Not so
like it's
bad.
not as bad?
I'm saying there, like I said, there's a tradition of nude expression,
Is
artistic.
that a Christian tradition? Is that
There's a
or
place.
is that a pagan tradition? Is that pagan European traditions you're talking about, or is that a Christian thing that you like, or is that some? Is this like?
Yeah, are you justifying it, or are you saying
Is this
it's
a
bad,
pagan- is
but
it
it's
some cult
it's
thing?
not
Is it-
as bad?
Is it the women all get
it's
naked? In the
it's
cult? Is
pagan.
that-
It's pagan.
oh, okay.
yes,
okay.
it's pagan.
So we're against that then.
Is that? I will ask you this before we go forward.
You see, I mean, look at this. Look at this.
I feel
It's
like you're dodging big tech.
pressed
I
right
want to
now.
know, like,
No,
is
you're
it?
sitting
No.
here defending it with pagan virtues and values right now.
Hold on, let
I'm
him
not
answer.
saying
That's
it.
why
I
as a
never
Christian
said that
am
it's
against the porn,
virtuous.
and
Mio,
why
let
you're
him
being so
answer.
weird
You
about
just
it
went
because
off.
you're a satanic porn whore.
Mio, you
See,
just
he
went
can't-
off.
he
Let him
can't just
answer the
let it
freaking
actually
question.
be an actual answer. I'm not defending it as though it's virtuous or good. What I said is that it's a tradition. The difference is if you can't have the same level.
Killing people was a tradition.
Okay, here we go.
Miyo,
okay,
come on.
Here we go.
I want to know what that means, though. Like, why do we care that it's a tradition? It sounds like you're justifying it.
Not all traditions are
Miyo
good.
can't stop talking.
You're defending it from a pagan worldview.
I'm not defending it.
Okay.
This is what you keep saying that I'm doing.
Then, or is it a joke? Was that sarcasm?
It's not a defense, and that part wasn't a joke. It was a joking. Like I said, it was in the context of a lot of irony and overstatement going when I was saying like Cherry's a black bitch. And if you listen to the whole thing, I was going overstatement to keep it light and have fun. And I was defending an indefensible position, which in itself is ironic and funny. That's the joke. The joke is that I'm defending something that's indefensible. That's a joke. But the point is, what I was saying is a nuanced expression of the difference between like anal rape porn, which is like an expression of pure carnality, versus a artistic expression of female beauty, which is a pagan tradition. It's true. And Christianizing it has given us beautiful statues of Mary and things like that are in the tradition of the pagan goddesses, by the way. They just don't have her nude anymore. I'm saying we have traditions that we baptize and we Christianize and we find the good in them and like we carve out the bad. And I'm not saying that what Lav is doing is equal to a marble statue of the goddess. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying it's closer than anal rape porn, and there is a spectrum of expression, and she's closer than some other things. Some things are way further away from the ideal. Hers is closer to it, even though it's still outside of the green, like good zone. I'm not calling it virtuous. I'm not calling it good.
But is it bad?
I'm saying that you can't. Yes, it's outside of the realm of good. It is bad. She shouldn't be doing it. I'm against it.
We're sitting here making fun of her for doing something bad, and you come in to argue with us about it and defend her.
No.
That's how are we supposed to see that any other way?
Okay, if you had two brain cells to rub together, what you would see is that what I was saying is that you're saying that she's doing the exact same thing that all OnlyFans girls are doing. And I said, no, she's not. And she goes, and then Brittany would go, yes, she is. She literally opened up her OnlyFans again. She has OnlyFans. And I said, no, she doesn't. She has a Patreon. Oh, that's so much better. That's exactly the same. And then you guys were being assholes and screaming at me. And it's not exactly the same. I was saying there's a difference between what she's doing now versus what she did before. Just like there's a difference between saying all porn is good now versus me saying, no, she's not doing all porn. She's doing something that's way toned down compared to a lot of porn. It's still not good, but it's in the better direction.
Doing before, if she's still, oh my God, why have people?
Hold on, but you guys recognize what he's saying, though, right? Is that you guys were arguing over whether or not she was doing something that bad, and he wasn't saying it's okay to do. He was saying,
oh my God,
it's not as bad as you're making it sound.
I never said it's okay to do. I actually said explicitly, I said, it's not okay. I'm not cool with it. It's not good. But you're saying she's doing something she's not doing. She's not. You're having an incorrect criticism of what she's doing. What she's doing isn't right. I'm not defending it, but your criticism is baseless. You're doing it wrong, is what I was saying. And so was Cherry from the beginning. And Brittany jumped in with Cherry with this. They're attacking her for being a hypocrite instead of being a porn act. Instead of for producing lewd photos.
Well, yeah, they're attacking.
They're attacking her for hypocrisy instead of for immorality.
The hypocrisy.
That was my criticism.
Bigger.
Their whole angle is you're being a hypocrite. No, she's being immoral. She's doing something degrading. She's doing something demoralizing, and she's being lewd, and she's wrong in her action. But Brittany's whole thing was you're being a hypocrite and a liar and a grifter. It's like, that's not the worst thing she's doing. That's actually not even exactly what she's doing. She's not actually even being exactly a hypocrite. She's not actually even telling any exact lies, which is why today, when Brittany tried to pin her down on a lie, she couldn't do it. When Brittany tried to explain her grift, she couldn't do it.
She was lying the whole time, actually. It's because she was lying the whole time, and Tom came in and just proved that to be true.
I don't study her stuff.
Okay, set me straight on that. Set me straight on the lie.
Huh?
Then I'm wrong if you set me straight on the lie. What's the lie?
I can tell you, early on, it sounded like what she was saying was that all porn was bad. that porn was like abusive all around. But on the same panel, she ended up saying, okay, I don't think all porn is bad. But she also said, I never said all porn is bad. So she said both of these things. And like, but yeah, within that like one panel, she went from porn is bad to I never said porn was bad.
And when I introduced her, I was like representing.
Wait. No, not Brittany yet.
It sounds like her overall position is that porn's not bad. Or yeah.
Okay, so I'm confused. So there was some confusion in terminology within one panel, and you're saying that is a lie? Or the lie is that she never said the thing that she didn't mean to say?
She did say, the lie? Yeah, she never meant to say that is what she ended up saying at the end.
Okay, so when she says, I never said that, what she means by that is I never meant to say that. That was never my message. That's what she's saying. But some people are saying, but we heard you say those words in the panel. She's like, yeah, right. Okay, but within the panel, I also clarified that's not what I mean. So Correct. What she's saying, when she says, I never said that, she means like my message was never that. And so are you saying that she's lying about that? Was her message originally all porn is bad? Or did she just kind of like say it wrong to begin with and then clarify it?
This is what I don't understand.
I think she was actually meant it when she said it. From my perspective, it seemed like she actually was like against all porn. And then slowly
like
over
all
time,
forms of
it sounded like
nudity.
It from the beginning. And then over time, like she's getting railed for her position and softens up over the course of the panel. And by the end of it was like on the opposite end of where she started. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that panel. So is that the hypocrisy?
Sent $5. I have a question. Why are you all engaged in a heated debate about two retarded bitches who show their starkest tuna pussies for money in the middle
I will
of
absolutely answer this one. My problem is with Miyo. Because I don't expect Brittany to be consistent or coherent. I expect Brittany to be Brittany. But I expected more from Miyo. And when Brittany was acting like Brittany, Miyo jumped in and acted just like Brittany too. And then when I called him out on that, when I had a problem with him on that, he doubled down and tripled down. And then he's ended up going into weird little gossip mode with Brittany and he passive aggressive laughing mode with Brittany. And then this like, whoa, just leave him in the waiting room. He could just stay out there and all this like asshole Miyo girlish behavior. And I'm actually just kind of, I'm not hip with that. I got a problem with Miyo. Miyo acting like a bitch.
So here's.
So it really has nothing to do with these two, like.
Okay, you've talked for a long time now. You've talked for a long time. I've sort of given you the floor for the past like 10 minutes.
Well, thanks, big guy. Well, I'm already done, so go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, I was waiting for you to be done patiently, and
Yeah, cool. It took like 20 seconds, so big patience.
Okay.
Go.
All right.
What do you got?
Yeah, well, so really, I mean, so realize that you just learned that you were wrong in the whole situation.
Well, here we go. What did I learn that was wrong?
Don't
put words in my mouth.
5 seconds. You can't let me talk.
No, don't tell me what's in my mind, you duplicitous little slime bag. Don't tell me what's in my mouth.
And I wasn't interrupting you the whole time. So now I get to say my part, and then you get to say your part after. That's how conversations work.
If I said something untrue, you should have corrected me in the moment instead of sitting there and then complaining about how patient you were while you waited.
You had a lot of big points to make. Okay, now back to my
address
point.
my points then.
Now that's what I'm doing. Now you said I'm being sneaky.
Well, no, you're not. You're saying that I just learned that I was wrong, and that's not true.
I'm explaining right now. You're saying that I was just acting just like Brittany, and I was just engaging in these false attacks against you or whatever.
Yeah.
And really, you just learned from Tom. You just learned from Tom that she was being hypocritical, that she did go back to porn after being anti-porn, after giving off that impression, after coming on to our stream.
That's not even what Tom just said.
And Brittany's saying that she's anti-porn and her not correcting her and going the whole damn stream pretending that she holds another position and all of that, only to go back to porn. It was hypocritical, and she's right about that. And that's why all the other lefties are attacking her, is because it is hypocritical.
Just real quick, that is not the hypocritical thing that people are attacking her over.
Thank you.
Okay, what is?
So with Cherry, she was accusing Cherry of lying, saying that she had intent behind her lie. And then, and the issue is that, like, there's no evidence to say that she actually lied. Lav is jumping to conclusions and assuming her intent by saying that she's lying. But that's literally what Cherry did wrong. Like what Cherry did wrong
that's
was
Cherry's issue. I've heard Destiny argue.
Hold on.
That's a different issue.
It's not, because this is what she's getting attacked over on Twitter, on Reddit. Like it's all of the hypocrisy things are about this. And there's other things as well, because Cherry's gone over her streams and shown her change her opinion from the beginning to the end numerous times. So that's like there were a bunch of different things.
That's the real issue. That's the real issue we're talking about here. That's the one that we're talking about.
Right. OnlyFans is one of them. Yes.
Right. Okay. But and so the fact is that you just learned that she was hypocritical, and so we were right when we were laughing at her about it.
No,
and you came in to defend her. And again, and the last point being, if you weren't defending her, if you're not saying it's okay, it's moral or whatever, then why were you going off talking about the Aryan traditions or whatever?
All right, I'm going to answer that question now. Because I was explaining to you the nuanced difference between saying that now that Lav is posting in her Patreon sex advice for women and things, and she's also posting on Twitter pictures of her titties, you're saying that's exactly the same as her saying that all porn is good now. And I was saying that's not the same.
The original contention is Big Tech was making the argument that Lavlune is still a degenerate whore, but at least she isn't like Cherry and other whores who promote porn as a not bad thing. Rather saying the porn industry is bad.
Yes, exactly. So Cherry, who you guys took the side of, is pro porn in all of its forms. And so is Destiny.
Side is like the position. I was just taking her side because I don't like Lav, and
Hitler had a dog, and Destiny drinks water. So like we agree with random people on something sometimes, but this is not. We're not agreeing with the pro porn position.
After you're done, I'll explain what I'm saying.
Being hypocritical, and that was exactly what we were saying. Go ahead.
Interrupted. So what I'm saying is, Lav is a voice that's speaking out against pornography, including things like the fact that
It's not going to read it. It says, Bad Faith Miyo says, you just learned. Translation, this is how I'm going to change the frame.
Yes, true. Okay, so exactly my problem with you. Thank you, Super Chatter. Correct. So, including the fact like that OnlyFans has a recruiting program for new young girls where it incentivizes current OnlyFans girls, and it gives them a kickback when they convince their other friends to also do porn.
Yeah.
They have an incentive program where it turns them all into recruiters. Yeah, and Lav is in this group with Cherry and Destiny and all these people and these other sex workers who are all pro sex work and pro homosexuality and pro like anything. Even no 18, it's all good. And Lav is like, guys, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is actually probably really harmful for our young girls. It's probably harmful for the guys that are getting addicted to it. And there's all sorts of stuff. Don't you think we should pull back and maybe second guess? I mean, look how it affected me when I was young. And she's having this conversation. And now that's what she's done, which I don't agree with, which I'm not justifying, which I'm not saying is morally acceptable or good for society. I think it's degrading and it's wrong. Now what she's doing is she's back at it again, like posting pictures of her boobs on Twitter. And now she opened a Patreon where she's planning on doing some like sexually oriented content, but she's still against OnlyFans and she's still against Pornhub and she's still against the porn industry itself. She's like, well, can't I do these other things as sort of like isn't it sort of like a hack? Isn't it like, can I do this and not be pro porn? Can't I still be against the porn industry and against what OnlyFans is doing and against all that degrading, like exploitation of young girls and entrapment, and still do this thing that I like to do because I like it. I like expressing myself this way. I like to get the money, and it's like still kind of like I want to be a whore over here, but I'm still against this thing that's bad for society. So she's like having this. She's caught in this weird spot where she's trying to justify her licentiousness, which isn't going to work, by the way, while still having the correct position against the industry. And I'm like, well, let's encourage her to keep that position against the industry and encourage that conversation while also convincing her that the thing she's doing isn't good. Let's say, no, you should stop that, Lav. No, here's why that's wrong for you to do it. It's not just like, as long as you're not hurting anybody and nobody's getting hurt, it's good. No, it's actually not good. That's the conversation that should be had. But instead, what happened is that Cherry and Brittany, by the way, people started jumping on her and just calling her a liar, calling her a grifter, calling her a hypocrite, impugning her motives, mind reading her and her her motives, like putting within her this intention to get one over on everybody and to be like this manipulative snake who tricked us all into thinking she was anti-porn when really she was just setting us all up for a rug pull. And it's like, I don't think that's true.
Or maybe women can see through the kind of little tricks that she's playing a little bit better than somebody like you is being manipulated by her. So we kind of have a better idea of what she's actually doing.
Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe you're just like a resentful woman, like almost every woman is, and you actually have an issue going on for yourself where you are engaged in sex work yourself, Brittany, now here on Cozy, where you are literally a titty streamer who doesn't show her titties.
You saw this girl naked, and now your brain's rewired. I have to defend Lav. I have to.
Hey, Brittany, hold on. Let me defend you, Brittany. No.
She's getting naked.
Miyo, you work for a sex worker. You work for Brittany. You work for Brittany.
If she's getting naked on stream,
you can't even let me make this point without just doing like, you're just gonna do like a mockery thing.
Pictures of freaking me naked all over Twitter. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's Aryan tradition.
Oh, signal boot. Oh,
it's
signal boot.
Aryan tradition. Don't you know? You sound like that.
No, just in the same way that Cherry said that it was like whiplash when Lav had one position and everybody was like, wow, this is so interesting. And we're bringing you on to have this interesting conversation. And then as soon as she got in on those conversations, she changed her position. And Cherry said, that's like whiplash. It was just like, what the heck's going on? It's the exact same. It's an analogy to the conversation I was having with you yesterday.
Understand the difference between MindGeek, Jewish-controlled porn studios, porn agencies, porn boarding houses that funnel people into the exploitative Jewish porn industry, and Patreon nude pics.
I understand.
Literally, you can't exactly. That's all I was trying to reference. That's the example I was making with the art. But let me finish this last point, and then I'll let you talk. But instead of the analogy is the same conversation I was having with Cherry expressing the whiplash phenomenon with Lav changing her position. It's very, very analogous to the conversation I was having with Brittany about, hey, at first when we met you, you were making this kind of content. At first you were making these panels. First you were doing debates. At first you were having this interesting stuff with the pop-ons and all that stuff. And then as soon as you got here, it seems like you got cozy and you got a right-wing audience and you got in with the channel, and then everything changed. And now you're just pandering to super chatters, and your content is just drama from Destiny and pandering to super chatters. And if I bring it up to you, you're like, what the hell, dude? How dare you question what I'm doing, dude? We're just doing our own thing. Get off my back, asshole. Fuck you. And your energy's like all indignant while you're over here criticizing Lav's content.
This is all very different from what you guys told me was happening. This is a very different opinion. I just want to throw that out there. This is all very, very different.
See, these people are dishonest. Miyo and Brittany over here gossiping and lying about me, and that's why I'm here.
What's different, Tom?
So,
I mean, we kind of like.
Hold on, before we get into that, I just want to say to address one point, which is like I don't understand the difference in like how OnlyFans is predatory in their ranking system or referrals or whatever. I understand all of that perfectly well. I also understand. Riddle me this: how do you think guys get into watching hardcore porn? How do you think they get to watching the craziest stuff? Do you think they start out like that? Or do you think it starts out like what you're talking about right now with Lav? The softer stuff, the lesser stuff.
Of course. That's why I'm not justifying it. I've never been saying that it's good or okay or acceptable. You keep trying to do that to me, and I wish you would knock it off.
Aryan tradition. It's just artful.
See, dude, we all heard the clip. I was simply making an appeal to the spectrum of differences. At some point, it becomes unacceptable. Depending on the culture, depending on where we're at, and so it's like, are you telling me that a nude model in a museum is porn? Like a nude a sculpture.
Do we have Greek statues so you can have your porn girl on Patreon? Is
No. Answer this question: if a Greek sculpture of a nude body is on display and you can see the breasts with nipples, is that porn?
Yeah.
No, still doesn't justify Lav.
No, you didn't answer my question.
Yeah, I think it is. We wouldn't be able to show that on here.
You wouldn't be able to show a nude sculpture?
A sculpture maybe, but we're not talking about sculpture.
That's what I just asked you. I just asked you about a sculpture.
Lav is attractive, and it doesn't matter what she does. Big Tech will defend what she says regardless, as if it has any value in the first place. How does no one recognize the textbook simping here?
Saying, dude, it's just.
Anonymous sent $5. Guys, do not get into porn watching Patreon nipple porn, you retard. They find full penetration sex at the age of 10.
All right, yeah, a sculpture. Oh.
Omega King Painbu sent $5. Let
Dude,
me
you
and I
have a
want to
terrible
argue with you
content
guys.
voice. I can't. Dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Painbu, but you talk kind
Yeah, you
of
talk
like
really.
this,
It's not good for
and it's
content.
hard to
So
it is actually kind of good, but
you guys asked
it's
me.
a particular type of vibe.
You asked me a second ago what was different, okay? The reason that you said the reason you started fighting was because Big Tech wanted to be on panels.
No, that's what he said at first. That's how this fight started.
Okay, I see what you're going. Yeah, no, that's just like this is one. We've had a few run-ins, is what we're
Okay.
saying.
All right.
The most recent that happened.
Then but the art
what-
comment as
basically.
well, you guys were making it sound like he was complimenting Lav by saying that she was doing art and she's a piece of art and all of this stuff. When really he was saying it's not as bad as butthole stuff.
That's what I was saying in the first place, that he was running defense for it, saying it's not so bad.
No,
He came
you
in to
were
do
making
that.
it sound like he
Interrupted,
was
making fun of
complimenting her. You made it sound like he was complimenting.
That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant
But
to
it
do
is
at
what
all.
you were doing.
You were
But
saying that
that's okay,
he's
but
like
that
in love
wasn't-
with
that wasn't
her.
my
He
intent at all. I
said
don't
that
think
she's
most people
doing
think- Well, that
art.
is why he's doing this. But no, when he was like, "Oh, it's artful, tasteful expression," he was saying that like, "Oh, it's not so bad. It's not like
Not
why
as
are you
bad
guys
as what though?
attacking her?"
Hold on. When you say not so bad, not as bad as what? Not as bad as the
other
butthole
content
stuff.
she's gonna be doing what she's gonna be doing on Patreon.
But that's not relevant. It's if she is she already doing it?
Sometimes says porn
She
is
just said she will.
She's a woman talking online.
Okay, I don't know if she just said she will, but he's saying
What did
that
she say she'll do?
he said she said she'll do butthole stuff.
Painbu sent $5.
She said she'd do it for $1 million.
Voice Plaza, I must redeem
What?
myself.
Mio?
From me.
Did she say she would do it for $1 million?
No.
Yes, she did. I heard it today.
Today she
Yes, she did. She said, "I won't do it," and then Dan was like, "Even for $1 million?" She's like, "Oh, for $1 million, I would."
No, that was something else. Because Brittany said she's not going to be doing butt stuff, and she was like, "Actually, I am going to be doing butt
Yeah,
stuff."
she said she would do butt stuff.
Oh, but not anal. No, she was saying she was talking about.
Do we need
Hold
a
on.
distinction here? Why?
Okay.
So that's the problem, dude. It's all
Okay.
fucking bad. It's so obvious, man.
Dude, no, you're just. Why are you so resistant against just getting the facts straight?
Who gets to decide what the
reason
lines are?
the
Wait,
reason why is
he's
because
not-
your argument is totally rhetorical and it relies on you being loose with the facts.
Okay, so tell us what's on her Patreon, since we all know you know.
See, there you are doing it again. Fuck you. I don't know what else on her Patreon. I've never been on it, and I never will. I wish you would stop saying that to me. Again, you say that I'm the one who made you not a friend, but you started doing that shit to me first. Fuck you, faggot. You keep saying that stuff and putting stuff in my mouth and mind reading me in the most negative way you can, and then you say I'm not being your friend. Fuck you.
Well, you
Stop
made it
doing
pretty
that to
clear
me.
that your whole problem
Dude,
with this show
do
is
that to me in
so.
person, bitch.
You,
But no,
you-
on the
I
internet you're a
did,
tough
I
guy.
did,
On
I
the
did
in-
in
no,
DMs.
no,
Oh,
in
you wanna
IRL.
get
On the
violent?
internet you're
You
a
wanna
tough
get
guy.
violent? You're gonna fight. You're gonna be like a black guy. Can't fight me.
No, I'm just saying have some
I
honor
would
and
get
stop.
violent if you were here right now. I wouldn't be able to control my rage if you were in front of me.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying you
see,
wouldn't
that's a good
actually
look,
say
man.
that to
Are
my
you mad
face.
Online? Are you mad online right now?
Wow, this is pathetic.
Oh,
What I'm saying is that you.
seethe more.
Wow.
Wait, let's get off the personal
I
stuff.
feel like I'm
wait,
time
wait,
traveling
the-
back in time.
You guys were so we were talking about like Big Tech. What was your initial problem then, if it wasn't this?
Tech has it wrong on this. The dispute here is sex work, which is to sexualize yourself for money. Big Tech is comparing that to appealing to donor by reacting to drama. Literally just doing what most streamers do, like Destiny.
Because it sounds like your
No,
was
no,
what they were
okay,
saying
let me
about
clarify.
Lav.
Okay, I'm gonna get right to you, Tom. But first, I want to do that one because she let it play. Fine. The reason why what Brittany's doing.
$5. The dishonesty is fatiguing
can't tell.
and
Is this?
embarrassing.
I think
This
that's my.
team
I'm
shares
getting super
disingenuous shit completely ignores the core of Big Tech's
The-
argument that Lavlune is the lesser evil than the other e-horrors.
Dude, is
and
this
that
my
their
super chat or
hypocrisy
yours? I
is
can't even
irrelevant
tell.
to that
Yours.
point.
Okay.
Kids are killing.
I'm gonna turn mine off. But they're saying the dishonesty on your side is killing them and some other stuff. The reason why what Brittany's doing is also sex work. All right. The reason why is because, again, I don't have a problem with Brittany making money. Please don't make this into this again, as you have done, and that's why I'm saying it this way, which I don't appreciate. But the reason why Brittany makes thousands of dollars on her stream isn't because of anything other than she is flirting with the super chatters in the way she's reacting to their comments, and she's attracting simps who love the parasocial relationship with a female who giggles and laughs, and it's because she has tits and because she wears makeup, because she's a pretty girl, because she's a MILF. That's why she's getting so much money. So it's the sexualization of her stream. It's because she's a girl. She's bringing her sex onto the screen for money. So if you're going to say any sexualization of women for money is sex work, then Brittany is doing sex work.
Brittany, do you deny that you use your looks for that like helps with content or viewers?
I literally I'm completely covered up in a freaking box, brought Miyo over here to take away some of the attention from me when I can easily collect all of this money on my own if that's the case. Like, I don't know what else.
Hold on. Wait. Can I get a yes or no? Do you deny that looks?
Hold on, Tom. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do in that
I understand.
aspect.
I'm asking you a yes or no question. Do you think that your looks help with viewers?
I think looks are going to probably help with anybody's viewers.
Right,
Sure.
I agree. So, but that's why. Hold on.
Gonna get as many views as Big Tech, right?
But I'm asking, yes or no? Do you think that your looks help you get viewers?
We just said it helps everybody, but the point of what he said is completely false still. And a big part of the reason why is because our super chats, Big Tech watches our show a lot, so he's dishonest at best and
hold on,
stupid
I'm
at
getting
worst,
there.
Maybe
Just,
the opposite.
Hold on.
But, no. Let me respond to what he just said. He's criticizing our show. Respond on our show.
I'm trying to get you guys to respond.
Let me make my fucking point.
Oh, are you mad online? Are you mad?
I am mad at Tom because he keeps interrupting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mad online. Oh,
I'm mad at
mad online.
Tom, I'm gonna fight you. If you wouldn't interrupt me to my face,
you wouldn't say that to me in my face.
I would beat you up. I would chimp out on you if you said this to my face in real life.
I bet Tom would say that to you.
Please, just let me finish my question first. You will be better off for it. Just let me finish my question first.
Why can't you let me say what I'm saying?
I will let you say what you're saying.
All I'm saying is most of our super chats are usually directed at me. They're talking to me. They're directed at the content that we're doing. It's addressing the guests. It's whatever. The vast majority in number of our super chats are for stuff like that and largely dependent on the content we're doing. If Brittany just sits there on the stream, she's not going to make nearly as much money as if she's sitting there in the corner all covered up and I'm debating somebody else.
Okay,
every single time.
I agree with this. Okay, hold on. All right, the next question is, do you consider that sex work?
No.
What? No.
Okay.
Is waitressing sex work? This is what Ali said. Is waitressing sex work? Their looks help with that, right? That you get more tips as a waitress if you look better. You wear more red lipstick.
Yeah. Right. Here we go. Yes.
It's all waitressing sex work. All of it. Is
sexualizing yourself for money, eh?
So it is. So waitressing is sex work to you.
Didn't you tell me I should be like a Starbucks barista or something?
I said that's more
still sex work.
Airplane stewardesses.
And I said we acknowledge
Big Tech is jealous over money and attention. He's protecting and has no content. He has no business talking about content. He was streaming Nick's show earlier while Nick was live. Disrespectful. Probably
literally the first time I've done that, and probably
that's
like the first. It's the first time I've ever done that. It's the first time I've ever done that, and it's because King Pain Boo paid me to play Doom. And I started it up an hour
yesterday,
before.
your stream is stream sniping us and trying to not let us see by playing it in the background. Today, you're stream sniping Nick, and you think you have a right to come at us about our content, what we're doing? Do something better, dude. How about build something good that you think is good? And just quit bitching about women online. I know you're obsessed with women. That's your brand. Is being.
Here we go.
Moving
the goalpost. Moving the goalpost.
Just do something better.
Agreeing with the shit posting comment. Agreeing with the shit posting super chatter.
You heard what Nick said on the matter. Make better content.
Sex work.
In the same way that we acknowledge that there's a spectrum where it's acceptable, and we in our culture consider waitressing an acceptable form. We consider that an acceptable form of sexualizing the woman in work. As a culture, we allow it, and nobody freaks out about that. And I was saying in a cultural tradition also was the artistic rendering of a beautiful female body in paintings. I was making it an example of the spectrum of allowable cultural acceptance of certain forms of expression of beauty. Artists use it, women use it in waitressing. Even a sexy barista is going to make more tips than an ugly one. It's true. And nobody freaks out about that. But it's different when a girl goes on the street and gives blowjobs. We call that a different form of sex work. We call that prostitution.
Giving them blowjobs or something, the super chatters?
And so what I was saying, in the same way that you used to make a different kind of content, which was more acceptable, where you were hosting panels and you were doing debates, and you have a show called Politically Provoked and you made politically oriented content, you've shifted away from that to some things that's further down the spectrum toward unacceptable, where it's just you flirting with super chatters and just sitting there and playing with your hair and giggling with people while they send you money all the time.
Not true, though.
And you're just the pretty girl. You're just the pretty eye candy on screen, giggling and laughing, ha ha. And then Miyo off screen is doing some political stuff. It's sort of like you're kind of sliding away from the old content that was more specific. And I'm saying there is an analogy to where you can move from like the culturally acceptable form, and you can slightly like if the barista starts giving blowjobs on the side, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, this is kind of different.
If the barista starts
sent
giggling,
$3, I can have a normal voice. I was just being lazy. How to explain?
Oh man, poor guy. Poor guy.
Poor Kingpin.
Just give us a minute, okay?
It's a very good voice. It's a great voice.
Look, we love
I
you,
like
man. You're a
Kingpin.
good guy.
I like
You're a good guy. You're a good guy. Just give us a minute to hash it out, okay?
it's nothing personal.
Give us a minute to hash it out, okay?
Brittany's just mean.
So now, I'm sorry. Can you recap your points?
He's saying that Brittany isn't doing like an unacceptable form of sex work. She's doing an acceptable form of sex work.
More on the spectrum, right? She shifted more on the spectrum. Okay, yeah. And so here's all I'll say. All I can say to that is that comes from a fundamental misunderstanding of the appeal of our show. And I don't know if it's just dishonest or unintentional, but here's what I think the real appeal of our show is, if we're really getting down into it, is that largely, like, they view Brittany as a blank slate. She doesn't know anything. And people like to teach people things. Everyone likes to do that. When they learn something, first thing you want to do is go tell somebody that thing you just learned. People like to teach people things, and you can teach Brittany pretty much anything. And you can actually teach her pretty much anything over and over and over again, because she'll forget it 5 seconds later. And that's also funny. Now me, I know more than her. I'm not the most red pill guy in the whole world, but I know enough to translate between chat and her. And so when me interacting with her, the guy who knows more and the dumb woman who doesn't know a lot, this is like the what's that show, Brittany, that you like with the dumb girl and all the smart guys?
Big Bang Theory?
Like that. It's like that, a similar appeal to that, with an interactive element as well. And really, again, most of our super chats come from the content. If she's just sitting here hanging out with the chat, it really doesn't go that well for us. If we have good content, we're making a lot of money. If we have Tom on, if we have Stardust on, if we have other people, we're making more money. It is good for us to argue with people. It's good for me to be politically engaged. It's good for me to be engaged with the super chatters. Usually there's whole nights, especially with Signal Boot. This is what I don't get, especially with Signal Boot. It might be that more of the time he's talking to me than talking to Brittany. If you go back in quantity of all of his super chats, more of them might be addressing me, things that I said. I'm having conversations with him than Brittany at all. And yeah, usually it's like he and I are going back and forth, like making fun of her maybe or whatever. But we are also talking about tons of topics. Hot Dog is constantly sending history stuff. He and I are going back and forth about red pills. He's sending new red pills. That's what our content is teaching each other things. It's entry level red pill content for everybody, and generally just red pilled general content, run-of-the-mill stuff. And it works. And I would recommend, if you like, whether or not you think what I'm saying is true about our show, like, take that and run with it and make something better with that formula, because what I'm saying is true and that worked. And that's what I think the real appeal of our show is.
Just a second. Somebody's asking me a question. Look, is my mic turned back on? I switched my mic.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. Miyo, I didn't start a stream going, I'm going to break down, here's what's wrong with Politically Provoked. I don't like this and that about what they're doing. This all came from Brittany came in my chat, policing my chat, and having, by the way, I think like this absurd concern about there's too much Fed posting going on. It's going to get the site shut down. It's really, she was mad. She was mad at 2 super chatters. I mean, not 2 regular chatters.
Threats in your chat earlier today, by the way.
Okay, so, you know, since when do we care about people just making retarded comments in the chat? Kind of get real. And so,
and you know what Nick's stance on Fed posting is? Do you know what Nick's stance is? Have you heard the clips of him talking about it, or maybe you haven't heard? I don't know. I'm just asking, in case you don't know, because that's a pretty big deal.
By Fed posting, you mean like
when you're in
kill
the
all Jews,
chat,
kill all niggers, stuff like that.
Whether they're going to bludgeon me with a hammer or if they're going to like knock all my teeth out and like punch me until their knuckles bleed.
Yeah,
just think about things.
Nick commented on that. Nick commented on that.
No, he probably doesn't even know about it.
Yeah, exactly. So why don't you
I just mean about Fed posting. He said, like, not even as a joke. Don't talk about violence. Don't even joke about violence. It's not funny. It's low IQ. It's low effort. It's going to get people in trouble at best.
Just real quick,
the best
you got Audio Freak making up lies in the chat. Just want to address that real quick. I am not a fan of Lav, so that Audio Freak's just making up stuff up over here.
I would never lie. How dare you talk about Audio like that?
All right. I don't have anything specifically against her except for like personal experience with her. That's it.
I guess the issue is that Big Tech, all of this, which started as silly Lav drama, has kind of revealed a deeper underlying issue that you have, especially with me. And I guess just me being here on the show or around these spheres in general, you just don't seem to like me very much or want me around.
I didn't like the way that you put words in my mouth that I didn't say, and then when I clarified what I said, you refused to acknowledge the clarification, and we went round and round with you giving these bad faith critiques of me, which are essentially like a lowbrow, tongue-in-cheek attempt at like a impugn my character and like try to make fun of me for having just a different take than you. And you did it in a way that was sort of like almost trying to, and then you even moved it into like a trying to big bro me or something. You like got weird. You just got weird toward me. And then I'm like, hey, can I just actually just have a conversation with you about this where you'll acknowledge what I'm actually saying versus trying to straw man what I'm saying and then laugh at me for saying something I didn't say. And that got annoying. And I thought, okay, this guy's being a dick. So then I had a conversation with you in DMs where I tried to clarify it. And then you finally acknowledged in the DMs. You said, okay, I get that you're making a more nuanced point, but specifically what you said is, but the thing is, Big Tech, the point that you were trying to defend was that was an indefensible thing. So it's like my responsibility to shoot that down because we can't even be entertaining any type of that type of thought. That's not even a thing that so I had to shoot that down. So by whatever means I needed to go to, I went ahead and I was just like shooting it down because I have to do that. That's like my job. And I said, no,
from my
okay,
position.
So then I said, all right, so you do acknowledge that I was making a more nuanced point. And you said, yeah, okay, I get it. But we can't even try to do that because it's not right or something. It's like, all right, so my point is you were not arguing with what I was actually saying. You were arguing against the fact that I was saying it.
Right. And it's sort of like if you came out and said something ridiculous and absurd, like we should make child sex robots for pedophiles because that'll help them or something, then I would respond by making fun of that idea. I would be mocking that idea and joking about it, especially if we were right in the middle of mocking someone else when you came in to say that. Because it's a ridiculous, bad idea, and that's like what I'm here on the show for, is like to push back, to argue with people, to debate, and to do it in an entertaining, funny way. And that's so that it is my job. Literally. And it's just that it was that idea. It was a silly thing. It could have been silly. It could have been a whole lighthearted interaction. We all could have forgotten it the next day. I wouldn't have cared. I didn't think that I was like hurting your ego so hard. You know, everybody that comes on this show calls me a simp or a faggot or whatever. Everybody says shit about me, and I just don't let it get under my skin.
Yeah, you kind of are.
What do you mean? It happens every time I interact with any other cozy streamer, and I've never had an issue.
Yeah, I know.
I've actually never had an issue with that.
Being called a simp and a faggot?
Nobody. Yeah, I've never like had a fight with any other streamer because of that. It's just I laugh it off because it's just being silly. It's just
right.
Being able to take a joke is something you gotta do.
I know, but the thing is, that's what I was doing with you, and you turned it into something else. And then you started not having the actual conversation with me that I was having. And you tried to just turn it into, you kept putting words in my mouth I wasn't saying, and then laughing at me for having said what I didn't say. And I said, could you stop doing that? And you're like, no. I'm like, okay, why? And I didn't understand why you wouldn't do that. And then I talked to you in DMs about it, and you explained, okay, I know you were saying something else, but I couldn't have that on the show. So you just relentlessly mocked the thing I wasn't saying.
It's not, I couldn't have that on the show. It's like, that's what it looks like. If you're taking an untenable position, then I'm like trying to illustrate to you just how undefendable that is. Like that's, in my view, that's like helping.
Yeah, so it's not though. So like if you say this is so undefensible, see, look what I can do. I can just like straw man it and then laugh at it. See how it's not defendable? And I'm like, no, but I'm actually saying something different. Yeah, but so then I'll just straw man you and laugh at you again.
Spent $5 since the dishonesty is fatiguing and embarrassing. This Team Cherry disingenuous shit completely ignores the core of Big Tech's original argument that Lavlune is the lesser evil than the other e-whores and that her hypocrisy is irrelevant to that point.
Yeah, this
$5.02 and that her disavowing large swaths of the porn industry in leftist circles and debates is a good thing that should be encouraged. Instead of acknowledging that nuanced argument, Team Cherry went full retard and obsessed over irrelevant hypocrisy.
No, for fuck's sake. It's not about being like team. We already addressed this whole Team Cherry thing.
See, it sounds like the Groypers are actually, they understand that it would make sense to have Lav on, especially if you're having Cherry on.
They do not. Big Tech, maybe, but no. Most people.
I just heard 2 donations in a row.
Well, that's Big Tech's viewers talking shit to us.
Oh, yeah, are Big Tech's viewers not welcome here? Are they not part of the community? What's going on?
I'm just saying that's. I'm just saying.
It sounds like you're saying that their opinion doesn't count.
Not our community saying that.
It sounds like you're saying their opinion doesn't count, and I think it counts.
What Big Tech does on his channel is his business, and what his viewers want to see is his business or their business. But our viewers, I'm not even opposed to talking to Lav. Like, I don't know. I think that Brittany is just still processing the fact that Lav. I mean, I don't know. Because I thought it was the fact that she was never anti-porn. But if she is anti-porn, or if she was anti-porn, then she is being hypocritical. So that's.
We're gonna have to watch that panel like in full.
Again,
and
I'm confused right now.
Yeah, I'm not even saying that she was anti-porn. I'm saying she was saying that she. No, that's not what I said. I said that she did say it at the beginning of the panel. She said the stuff that she was saying. Yeah, she was saying that she was anti-porn at the beginning. By the end of it, she was just saying that she never said that and that she doesn't believe that. Yes,
that makes sense. All over the place. She doesn't have like any kind of position. She flip-flops all the time, and it's just hard to keep track. So it's not like crazy for me if she was had these like new takes or whatever. I was introducing her as being anti-porn. She did not correct that one time, and then she went running back to it really fast.
Because compared to lefties, she is anti-porn. Like, she gets called anti-porn all the time. Like, to lefties, she's definitely anti-porn.
But you see how that's imprecise? Is that the word?
It is imprecise, yes. But
look, let me bring up another point.
That's the way that
point that we got to in the DMs, where I said this is similar to when BPF tried to pin Ralph down by saying, will you disavow Keffels right now? And Ralph said, no, why would I disavow Keffels? He's like, well, you're anti-tranny, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, then what? Then disavow Keffels right now. He's like, well, Keffels never did anything to me. And the point is, if you're familiar with that story, Keffels was doing something important to Ralph. And Keffels hadn't done anything against Ralph.
Well,
so
no,
why would
Keffels
Ralph
already
want to
did
go
that.
against Keffels? Keffels was going against Kiwi Farms.
Keffel already taken down Pee-wee Farms when he said that. It was already all done. The reason he said that, and he said it in the very next sentence, which you left out, which was Keffels is a deplatforming buzzsaw. It would be stupid for me to attack Keffels.
Also, the thing is, like, that came to Ralph. He didn't seek it out. You were seeking this argument out.
Yeah, true. BVF was pressing him on that to attack Keffels, and you came in to do this like against our will.
Okay, to be more specific, actually, in the day before that, you had brought me up. You brought me up before we had talked about this at all, and you said, I don't know, sorry, Big Tech, I mean, we love you, but you were totally wrong, and you simped for Lav, and the way you handled it with Kai and Chungus was wrong, and you brought my name into this. Brittany started it. Brittany
mentioned you once on a different stream. Doesn't mean like now it's like you have to come and defend her whenever we're making fun of her on an irrelevant thing which has nothing to do with you.
Defending her, but Brittany took
whatever
a shot.
it was when we're attacking her and you're running block against that. What's the word for that?
Wait, but no, hold on.
Shot.
You guys were saying that he's wrong. And so now anytime you talk about that subject, you're talking about why Big Tech is wrong. So of course he would want to come on here and say he's not wrong and give his side of the argument because he doesn't believe he's actually wrong.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. And then when I explain the nuance of my argument, which I depend on Miyo to be able to understand, not Brittany, I'm literally appealing to Miyo. Miyo, you are the one in this, out of the two of you, Miyo's the one who I would expect that I could go to and rely on to understand the nuance of what I'm saying. And when I appealed over and over to Miyo, Miyo wouldn't hear it and instead strawmanned what I'm saying intentionally and then laughed at me. And I don't appreciate that.
Okay, I just think I was really confused why you were taking any of those actions, and I couldn't believe it, honestly. I was laughing partly out of shock the entire night, honestly. I was very confused the entire night why that conversation, why you felt it was necessary. I mean, because the thing is, this is sure we could have evolved the conversation maybe to nuanced takes about who's anti-porn or whatever, but this is right in the middle of us like just dunking. We just found out she's doing porn. We're going over the clip where she says it. We're laughing about it, whatever, and that's when you want to interrupt it for wait. Let's all. What's the goal?
It was right in line. It was sequential. Right after you called me wrong and took shots at me in the stream before.
But there's hours and hours
so I
of
called
content in between this.
Myself.
There's hours and hours of content in between this. We say different things in different people's names all the time. I've said Wurzelroot's name like probably 15 times this week, and like but that doesn't mean like it's whatever we're talking about any given time on any topic. It's like he has to speak up because I spoke his name. Should I never say your name once in a whole stream, or else that means that we have to fight about something the next day?
No, it doesn't have
that
to,
if you
but
talk
it
shit,
makes sense that he would want to.
If there's an attack on me, and then some people are sending me the clip and the timestamp of what you guys have said about me with regard to the Lav situation, and then the next day you're going ham on the situation, and then I call in to express my take and to clear up what I was actually saying and to defend my position. And then you won't even hear my position. Then you just straw man it and then laugh at me and essentially try to shame bully me or something like that. This is fucked.
Not really, because it was an entirely different conversation, because you didn't even bring up what we were talking about the day before, which is Brittany said that you handled her wrong in that when she was trying to flirt with you in order to ease tension, you engaged in that, whereas Kai made her feel uncomfortable by denying her that interaction, and she thought that was better. You didn't bring that up once in this whole stream that you were fighting with us about how her porn is not so bad.
Well, I came into the stream and responded directly to what you were talking about in the moment. I just engaged with you where you were at. But what Brittany had said was that the whole reason why I had this different view on Lav was because I'm just like under her Jewish witchcraft spell and I'm simping hard and big simp and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, hear my position. She's the anti-porn one in the room. Like she's being based, and the whole thing, like she also used this moment as like, oh, now Lav is exposed as a hypocrite. I was right all along. Big Tech was wrong all along, where I wasn't even wrong in the Kai and Chungus situation either. I had a conversation with Kai and Chungus afterward where they understood what I was saying, and we all enjoyed talking about it on Kai's stream.
Yeah, it wasn't about what you were saying. That's not what she had a problem with.
Brittany took a opportunity to kind of like victory lap on me and take a jab at me, and then I came in to address that with you, and you took Brittany's side. So now I got a problem with you, and now I'm trying to hash it out with you, and you wouldn't even let me. And you said in the DMs, I understand you're making a nuanced point, but I just couldn't even like go there.
Yeah,
all right, well,
you're right, because you understand this is what the guys do. This is just what guys do. Is like if I went into Kai's chat or I called into Kai's show and I started defending Brittany, even if what I was saying was true, even if it was, especially if it's a nuanced point, even if what I'm saying is true and it's not controversial or anything like that, they're all going to call me a simp and laugh at me and dunk on me.
But that doesn't mean it's right, though. That doesn't mean they're correct.
But I'm just stating that this is like the how guys interact with each other or whatever.
So you're saying you did that because guys just do that in general.
Grow-wipers do not care about a Jewish porn star coming on here for big fag to soy face over her saying the porn industry is harmful to women and that feminist porn is better. So freaking based.
All right, I'm gonna skip the media.
My industry,
go ahead. You can talk.
Is the adult entertainment
Hold on.
industry.
Greek salad with Buck Angel base.
I will play all media that we skipped after, though, you guys. That's fine.
So anyway, the point isn't that Lav is good. The point isn't to
$8 thoughts like Lav are not seeking genuine debate. Her online appearances are just to promote her porn. Tom and Big Tech are delusional.
Thank you for the
I haven't said anything. I haven't given a position on any of this, so I don't know.
We all know.
My problem is with Miyo. I've said that from the start. My problem is with his style of like dealing with me. I just found it to be low-hanging fruit jabs. It's like not, and I'm like appealing with them. Hey, please though. I'm going like, okay. All jokes aside though, can you please like let me off the hook here? Like you could just leave it at that and just like, we're just memeing on each other. We're just calling each other fags and simps. We could just do that. But like, I'm actually I'm asking you if you can hear what I'm really saying. And then you just like refused. And that's the problem. That's where I was like, oh, all right. Well,
I didn't know you.
Like,
I didn't
real time
catch
losing
that.
Respect for you.
All right. Well, I didn't pick that up, that you were seriously trying to have a genuine human being moment. I mean, because again, like throughout the night, you're doing this thing where you're weaving in and out of when you're memeing and when what you're saying is a bit or when it's not serious and when you're going way too far, but it's a bit. That's you fiddle with that line a lot yourself. And so it's difficult to tell, you know, like when you're doing what or whatever. I really am not like, look, I haven't had like a personal issue with you. You know, we've always been
let's go back to that last point. Hold on. Because Big Tech, you do recognize that it is hard to tell when you're memeing sometimes, right? Like you have used that as an excuse in the past as well to say like, oh, I was memeing. I guess you couldn't tell.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And I would say there's another part of it. Let me add this in there too to consider. To me, when there's a bro disagreeing with a hoe, you back your bro. And that's my code. And Miyo backed the hoe.
Okay.
And so it does get a little bit sticky. This is a problem with e-girls and whatever, because it's literally
it's also
like
his show though.
Yeah, I know. I get it. That's the problem. So Brittany took a jab at me. I came in to defend what I had to say against Brittany, and then Miyo backed Brittany and went as far as to try to like clown on me to back Brittany. And I was like, oh, all right. So Miyo's no longer a bro. He's full of hoe. He's
boards and trannies onto Cozy regularly in panels and debates and pretending Lavlune is somehow completely different and therefore persona non grata is actually the biggest hypocrisy exposed in all of this.
Wait, when have I ever brought on porn stars before her? When have I ever done that on Cozy?
I was about to say, I know you've done it on other panel or on other platforms.
I don't even know if I've ever.
She's been careful on Cozy though.
Yeah, I've never done that on Cozy.
You've never had like an OnlyFans person on Politically Provoked?
I don't think so. Maybe
Cherry.
a chair. Yeah, well, I don't really count her as like the same thing.
So the reason why I brought that second part up, Miyo, is because I know that in the fog of war, it's hard to tell irony from real statement and stuff like that. But I was expecting that it would just be like, if I come in with a take that's different, I would at least get a fair shake from you. If it's not even that you just would throw in behind me to go to gang up on Brittany, at least you would give me like a fair hearing. At least you'd run some interference between the bullshit that Brittany's going to throw back at me. No, it's not. How dare it's literally the same. I had expected that you would be like, wait a minute, let's hear Big Tech out. What's he actually saying? That I was like relying on you for that, and really like almost at the end of it begging you, and you wouldn't give it to me. And it's like, I don't need you to like fully run anti-Brittany team, but I found out in that moment, I can't depend on Miyo to not just go full team Brittany.
Okay,
Like,
well, if that's what you're looking for, if that's the level of rapport you want to have, I can do that. I can do that at least. The issue is like when you're, and here's why I couldn't do it. The first thing you said in that situation is when you're like, well, I come in with a different take bro side over the hoe. Is like that was the opposite of the take that I was giving on the show right before you came in. It wasn't just like, oh, I decided to gang up with Brittany or have her back or whatever. This is the take that I was giving. I was laughing at the porn girl, and you came in with the different take. So that's why in that position, in that situation, that's why that's the move for me. And if you wanted me to be more, moderator between you and the chaotic female in the future, I can do that. I'm just I need that I guess it's good to know that that's what you're looking for.
Maybe I should call the play. I should call it, yo, I need you to have my back against these hoes. Because literally I'm going against Brittany and Cherry because Brittany was coming out team Cherry. That's what I said in the beginning. I thought that was kind of like my signal. I'm in here to fight against Brittany and Cherry, these two old bitches, and Cherry's black and Brittany's an old Jew. And remember, that's why I was hamming it up like that. That's why I was being so fun. I was like signaling this, yo, Miyo, jump in with me. We're going against Brittany and Cherry, and we're backing Team Lav. And I made it a team thing, and then you went Team Brittany and Cherry against me. And then I was like, no, dude, this isn't. We're supposed to clown on Brittany and Cherry right now because they're old and they have no eggs, and Lav is being cool, and they're missing the point, and we can clown on them. And it just kind of like was a missed opportunity, which is why then when I reached out to you in the DMs later, I was like, maybe I didn't make that explicit. Then it got extra like bummed out. I was like, dang, this guy's he's acknowledging that I had a nuanced point. Yeah.
No, yeah. See, that was just, I don't know, the situation, the position. If that's the level of rapport you're looking for, I can work with that. I can do that. I'm not trying to hate each other, be enemies or whatever. I know you have your deeper problems with me or gripes at the very least, and that's whatever. Like you're welcome to have your issues, but this doesn't have to, remain a problem as far as I'm concerned. And in the future, I'm happy to interact on that level.
Well, then I didn't know I needed to call the ball like that and recruit you explicitly, but I think I see that would have helped.
I've got a playful, but almost too much personality sometimes.
Well, honestly, I'm kind of figuring it. I'm glad we're having this conversation. This is really kind of like crystallizing. I'm seeing the scene better now that we're even talking it out this way. I can see how it even compounded again when Brittany came in my chat yesterday or the day before.
Right.
Fighting with my chat and then fighting with me while I'm trying to help her. And then she rage quits the call. And then all of a sudden you guys are streaming about me. Now you're on her team against me again. And now I'm waiting in the waiting room. You're like, fuck you. And all this stuff. You can wait out there. And I'm like, dude, this guy is going team ho against team bro both times.
And it starts with me. And from my position, it's like I tune in. Big Tech is talking shit about Politically Provoked now, so apparently this beef didn't end. So we're still starting shit, and we're talking shit about each other, and he's got deeper problems with our show. So okay, well let's do this. I guess we're fighting now. That's where I was at, man. But I don't want to be fighting. I'm not looking for fights. I'm trying to vibe and be bros. And if that's how you want to interact, I'm happy to do that. It's not unreasonable. It's perfectly acceptable. I don't act like that with most people, so I understand. And I'm happy. If you want to call that play, I'll be that guy.
All right, that level of understanding that we just reached, I feel like we just had the handshake and we're back.
Right.
Nice.
All right,
I feel
feels
like
good
we're
to me, man.
back, and this was all
Hey,
Brittany's fault.
Yes.
Bury the hatchet, man.
Now let's get Brittany, okay? Damn it,
Yeah,
Brittany.
what does Brittany have to say?
Oh, I hate big tech.
Oh, wow. We were having a moment here, Brittany.
Typical woman sowing division.
Why do you hate big tech?
Anonymous gives $5. Brittany seething right now.
Always seething.
Yeah, that's not
Always
fair.
seething. I saw you try to change your name, Tom. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that?
Oh, what the hell? I've changed it like 3 times. I added like I told you Miyo was lying. W Big Tech 1.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna let you? Think I'm gonna let you get away with that, huh? Oh, my watch.
Yeah, I feel like we're good. I feel like Big Tech and BO won. I think Tom won. I think all the boys won.
Based.
And
Let's go. W's in
that's
chat
it.
for the boys.
W boys, W boys, W for the boys.
Take away from
Easy.
tonight, both
Easy
Miyo
W.
and Big Tech are simps. That is the conclusion.
We're based. We're based simps.
Based
We are
simps.
back. We're back. We're back, chat. Hey,
Alright,
we
so we're all good
can't
now?
regret. In the end, we're all
Not
good.
you. You still suck.
Yeah, you still have a problem
with no
here.
eggs.
No, I'm good.
The King Pain Boo
No,
sent
you're-
$3. Can I come in now, Plaza? I need to redeem
Well, let's
myself.
bring him in.
Okay, now can Pain
Yeah, we'll
Bake?
bring him
Yeah,
in.
bring him in.
Poor
He needs
guy.
ID.
Yeah,
And I need a fudge pop. I'm going fudge
Let's
pop. man.
go.
So bad.
Hello, King Pain.
Hey,
It's still bad, man.
hey, can you hear me?
It's such a good voice.
Hey, all right, yeah, I have a good voice. Hello?
Hello.
Much better.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, I have a good voice. So,
Whatever you did, that totally fixed
It
it.
did fix it, yeah.
yeah, I like, I'm sorry, I got nervous all of a sudden. I like Big Tech and Brittany and Miyo.
Oh, God.
Oh, thanks, man.
We like you too.
Let's
Yeah.
get redeemed.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that no one's like mad at anyone. I'm just nervous. I'm not stupid or retarded or anything. I'm smart, okay?
Okay.
I believe you, man.
I
Sweet.
believe you too.
Hey, look, I get how it is.
Based
I know
being
when I
smart.
first was called in, when I was first on Politically Provoked way back last year, I was super, super nervous. I was flipping over my words all the time. And
Yeah. I like everyone on Cozy. You know, it's like everyone's like a character, and you get to know that character. And everyone on Cozy, Nick seems to always select people that are like have very cartoonish personalities.
That's true.
Like there's no one on Cozy that's like has like a boring personality. Everyone has like this very like outlandish cartoony personality. So it's like you kind of learn to like everyone, in my opinion. Although some people don't like each other, but like everyone sort of has this like outlandish, cartoony, like over the top personality. I think that's why he chooses. I think he chooses people that have those personalities because it makes the site more entertaining. Maybe.
that is true. Everyone's a little extra. Big Tech is a little extra something.
Yeah, like
Everybody's-
say what
that's-
you want about Big Tech. Like he's like eccentric.
He's not a normie NPC. He's not your average bear.
Yeah, and like he does like have like these quirks about him that are like extra,
Right.
and like that's gonna piss some people
True.
off. That's
No,
probably
he's-
why Nick chose him to be on Cozy. He's entertaining.
With the outlandish and hyperbolic threats that are obvious and not fed posts in the slightest. I think Nick would agree.
Sure. I'm sure.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I gotta.
I don't know.
I avow.
I gotta head out. Brittany,
thanks.
I want a refund for my $80.
Fuck off. You break it, you buy it.
All right.
Dang, I can't believe you did that.
thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
well
thanks,
done,
Tom.
Tom. I thought
Yeah.
you did a great job.
07's for Tom, the super
the good
chatter who made it all happen.
Tom, the
Brought us
peacemaker,
together.
good moderator.
No,
you
he's a
were
very
listening,
good moderator. We've had him
hearing
moderate
it.
debates for us. He does a really good job.
Well, thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Name.
You should refund that $80 though. That wasn't fair.
Yeah, Brittany's game.
Thanks.
Send that money back.
All right. Later, Gators. All right. That was a success.